Julia Jacklin, welcome to Australian Musician. I'm just wondering, when you were growing up, what sort of stuff you listened to, what was in your parents' record collection, what shaped the music that you're playing today?
I think the defining artist would be Doris Day, the Andrew Sisters, Björk, and Billy Bragg.
It's quite a mix.
Yeah, quite a mix. I think my dad is a big Billy Bragg fan, and the QR. He's from Northampton in England, so a lot of English music and...
From what I've seen on your website and social media, you seem like a well-travelled person, and you're just about to embark on a world tour as well. What does travel do for your creativity?
I think it just gives me time to observe and, mainly just observe other people and conversations and landscapes, and I think that I write the most when I'm travelling on a bus or on a train or on a plane. So just those moments where you're kind of stuck in one place moving, it makes me very productive.
Do you tend to be a bit of a daydreamer? Looking out the window?
Massive daydreamer, and big eavesdropper as well.
Yeah, so did you fail miserably at school because of that?
No, I didn't fail miserably at school actually. I was pretty good at school. I think though once I started university, I didn't do that well because I was daydreaming about doing music.
Right.
I usually either sing them into my phone, or I keep a diary most days, so I write every day. So I usually jot them down.
In another interview that I read, you were saying you could easily have become a novelist.
That's what I wanted.
Do you take that same writing approach to your songs?
Kind of, but I guess what I like about songwriting is it's just very short. So you can kind of, have an idea and just flesh it out, and you've got such a small room to move, so you have to kind of flesh it out in a really tiny space. I don't know if I don't think at this time in my life I don't have the patience to be a novelist.
You're a classically trained singer. What lessons did you learn from those days that still come in handy today?
I think I think it gave me just stamina in my voice to be able to sing time and time again without losing it. So it taught me to pace myself vocally. If you're going into singing a long piece, don't go in guns a-blazing straight away because you'll struggle at the end. And I think it just taught me some discipline with music. The title is kind of like a statement to my parents and grandparents, to be like, thank you for looking after me and giving me a great life, but it's okay for you to have your own and to not put me as a priority. That's kind of what it means.
The sound of the electric songs, particularly the first three on the album, the rhythm section, the bass is really, it's got a really low, nice bottom end sound to it, and the drums have got very deep toms.
Yeah.
So it's very punchy.
Yeah.
Was that a conscious thing?
Yeah, I think so. And I had two different drummers on the record. I think though the first two songs, what was that? No, the first two songs was my band's drummer, and he has a really distinctive style, so he had a lot of kind of input. I think he brought the most important thing for me was that he brought a sense of lightheartedness to it. It didn't become this really serious, stressful time, which is what I was expecting it to be. And he also taught me how to relax and do a good take and not kind of get really thrown off by little tiny mistakes, which is what I used to do. He was more about like the vibe of the whole track and not about like perfecting every section.
Yeah.
So that was really good for me.
With the acoustic songs on the album, your voice and the warmth of the songs reminds me of some of the singers from the 60s and 70s, like Joan Baez and Judy Collins, artists that would play at the Troubadour in LA or the Bottom Line in New York, and I think you're playing the Troubadour.
Yeah.
Have you explored that era of singer-songwriter?
Not heaps. I'm a big Karen Dalton fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about modern day singer-songwriters? Who are you into?
Right now, I'm really into Margaret Glaspie. I think she's incredible. And I'm really into Kevin Morby, both from America. I hope so, yeah. I think that the only reason it worked out that way was because I didn't really feel like I had any other choice, because we didn't really have a budget, and that's just kind of what happened. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing it, and I think that I hope to keep doing it and get better at it and kind of understand more about it.
Yeah. Although your video for pool parties, one guy in a pool, it's a pretty crap pool party.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Didn't really think of that.
You've announced a world tour before your debut album is out.
Yes.
For other independent musicians out there who dream of doing that, apart from your obvious talent, what factors do you think have got you into a position where you can tour the world without an extensive catalogue of songs?
I think I've just been extremely lucky with the team that I have around me. I've got, booking agents in the UK and in the US, and just really dedicated people who are kind of making this happen for me. I think it'd be very difficult, to do on your own.
You did South by Southwest earlier in the year. What were your goals going into that?
That was kind of my first time ever going overseas to play music, so my goals were very low. Like I'd been told that it was going to be quite just crazy and difficult and terrible sound and not many people at your shows and all that kind of stuff. So my expectations were really low, and I kind of just thought, I'll just go over there and just play a couple of shows, and whatever happens, and then I'm going to go to New Orleans with my friends and hang out and come home, and it'll be a fun story to tell. But yeah, it was it just like exceeded my expectations, and we got a lot more shows, and people actually came to them, and people liked the shows.
So it was a worthwhile experience?
Yeah, it was really worthwhile for me,
yeah. So what's the grand plan for Julia Jacklin?
I don't know yet. I really don't know. I feel like it's changing all the time, and I'm also just kind of trying to ride this wave and enjoy it while it lasts, and just be grateful for it and see what happens once I release the record and if people like it. And I definitely want to make more records and get better at my craft and become a better guitarist.
Julia Jacklin, thank you for your time.
Thank you.